In the deep jungles of ancient Central America, amidst soaring pyramids, intricately carved temples, and vivid bas-reliefs, there existed a civilization full of mystery and contradictions. They created astronomical calendars with astonishing precision, calculating planetary cycles and solar eclipses thousands of years in advance. They built massive stone structures without the use of wheels or draft animals. They wove vibrant cosmic myths and established sophisticated political systems. Yet at the same time, they carried out blood-soaked rituals, live human sacrifices, heart extractions, decapitations, not out of savagery, but out of reverence and fear for their bloodthirsty gods. To the Maya, the world was not governed by human will or the laws of physics. It was sustained through sacred sacrifice, specifically through blood. Blood was seen as the sacred fire, the life energy flowing through the veins of the universe. Human blood was the fuel that made the sun rise each morning, brought the rains, allowed maize to bloom, and ensured the fertility of the land. According to Maya mythology, the primordial gods had to sacrifice themselves to create the present world. Therefore, human beings, formed from maize dough and divine blood, carried a sacred duty to continue the offerings and repay that cosmic debt. This was not a matter of coercion, but a law of the universe. Whenever there was a major festival, Maya kingdoms had to organize a large-scale sacrificial ceremony with ostentatious rituals lasting for many days, parades, incense burning, masked dances, offerings, and ending with a sacrifice. It was an occasion for the king to assert his power, for the nobles to demonstrate their loyalty, and for the people to feel that the cosmic order was being maintained. War was not only about territory, but also about capturing prisoners to sacrifice. A kingdom with many valuable prisoners, especially nobles and princes from the enemy, was a further demonstration of its power and divine favor. Many records show that important prisoners were kept, nourished, and purified before being sacrificed, as a way to sanctify them to be worthy of offering to the gods. The coronation of a new king always included a blood sacrifice. If there were not enough prisoners, a relative of the king, even a queen or prince, could be chosen. In some cases, the new king would cut his own heart or cut off his own knuckles to show his devotion. Chest incision, heart offering, the most common form, usually performed on stone platforms at the top of the pyramid. The priest used an obsidian knife or a flaming blade to cut open the chest of the victim, usually a prisoner of war, a slave, or a specially chosen person, and then pulled out the still-beating heart. The heart was then raised high, facing the sun god or the rain god, before being burned or buried under the temple floor. The body was then thrown down the steps, an act that symbolized the return to Mother Earth, where life was reborn. Burning, alive, fire offering, performed on rare occasions when angry gods needed to be appeased, usually during natural disasters, epidemics, or eclipses. The victim was thrown into a pit of burning coals, pulled out when near death, and then had his heart removed as a hasty ritual to save life from destruction. Burial alive, earth sacrifice when starting to build new temples, palaces, or pyramids. People often buried prisoners, children, or virgins alive in stone vaults under the foundations. They became guardian spirits, helping the project to last. Many archaeological excavations in Copan, Palenque, and Calakmul have discovered burial vaults containing remains with chains or special jewelry intact. Decapitation, cycle of light and darkness, a form of sacrifice with strong astronomical significance. The human head symbolizes the sun or stars. In many records and reliefs, the decapitation of the victim after the ball game is the Maya way of reenacting the Popol Vuh myth, where the hero, god Hunahpu, was beheaded, but his head became the moon, a symbol of the cycle of death and rebirth. Many Maya even believed that the human head contained the soul, so beheading was an act of releasing the soul for the journey of rebirth. Blood sacrifices were not just to please the god, they were also powerful political tools. With the most sacred and noble duty, they did not kill for the sake of animality, but to maintain their connection with the gods. For them, life did not end after death, but only changed states. The sacrificed person was not considered a victim, but a hero who had transcended the mortal realm, the one chosen to enter the eternal world. Today, scholars recognize that the sophistication of the ritual, the complexity of the symbolism, and the social role of human sacrifice in the Maya show that this was not a simple act of barbarism, but a profound social, religious, and political mechanism tied to the nature of a brilliant and contradictory civilization. If you find the story of the Mayans fascinating, remember that we've only scratched the surface of a brilliant ancient civilization where gods, blood, and power intertwine like threads to weave the fate of an entire world. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss out on more journeys into lost civilizations, world-changing battles, and people lost in time. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.